It's cruel irony that Africa, which is the most exposed continent in the world, is arguably the least protected in terms of insurance. And that basically indicates there's a lot of work that we need to do as a continent.
Financial Sector Deepening's Knowledge Series event continued on Friday, with this month's focus on innovation for resilience, shaping the future of insuretech in Africa. The Sheraton Addis event, organized by FSD Ethiopia in collaboration with FSD Africa and the National Bank of Ethiopia, brought together the insurance ecosystem that included innovators, investors, and corporate partners. In an opening speech by the Vice Governor of the National Bank of Ethiopia, the low penetration of insurance in the general population was raised as an issue to work on, with remote locations and lack of education raised as current problems in widespread adoption. He continued to add, there is a need for market development that builds on streamlined processes, focusing on underserved markets such as SMEs and more outreach from service providers. FSD Africa's Principle of Innovation for Resilience, Elias Omendi, gave a brief overview of Bimalab Africa Accelerator Program, as well as works undertaken by his organization to support Africans in their economic endeavors.
From FSD Africa, we've been really working closely across this particular continent with one main goal. How then do we make the economy of these particular countries in Africa work, whereby we look at how we make finance work for Africa's future. And there are two important components that we really need to think about: African people and its resources. And if we can be able to enable African people and its resources to be protected, then we will be able to create wealth that will make this particular continent move towards the sustainable future that we always talk about. And that requires all of us really to come together to make that particular change. And over time, we've been working with good innovators across the continent. And today, we are happy that we have close to 23 innovators in the room and 9 regulators working together to make the African future and to make the African dream. Without really protecting this continent, that basically means that we'll not be able to support the future of this particular continent. And that basically means that insurance forms a critical component for each and every person that lives in this particular continent.
Regulators from Kenya, Morocco, and Nigeria gave a presentation on their experience with Takaful, an Islamic insurance scheme mentioned as key to creating an inclusive environment. While the Ethiopian side shared Adash, a traditional community-based system used by more than half of the population, needing to be utilized in a modernized system. The event marked a collaborative effort to drive innovation, foster resilience, and transform the insurance landscape in Africa.